today I'd like to talk to you about heat protectants. Heat protectants are products that you use on your hair prior to using heat tools. You can use a heat protectant before you blow dry, flat iron, do curling irons, hot rollers, you name it. I like to use, this is the liquid keratin 30-day treatment. I like to use the leave-in conditioner that comes in it, and it's a good heat protectant. It has cones and it smells really nice, and every time I use this product I get a wonderful, wonderful, sleek, shiny blowout. The second product that I use as a heat protectant, or have used, is FX Special Effects Heat Memory Spray. You can get this for about $6.99 at CVS. It claims to have a heat memory, but I haven't used it enough to know if that works or not. But you use this on dry hair. You spray sections before you flat iron it, and I guess it does an okay job. It doesn't really leave a residue. It doesn't have a strong odor or anything, so it's just okay though. It's not above average to me. Garnier Sleek and Shine Serum. The ingredients to this are, the first ingredient is cyclopentosiloxane, which is a cone. The second is dimethiconol, which is also a cone. I find that the best heat protectants are loaded with cones, or they at least have a cone within the first 3 ingredients. You'll have a cone. Cheese Silk Infusion is probably my favorite of the moment. I use this on wet hair before I air dry it and before I detangle it, because it gives me so much slip during the tangling process. And then I use a little bit more before I flat iron my hair, and this also gives me a really sleek, shiny blowout. The first ingredient in this one is cyclomethicone. The second is dimethiconol. The third is dimethicone. So this is probably the coniest heat protectant that I have. And maybe that's why it works so well. Something to think about. Well, be sure when you are using heat to style your hair that you are using a heat protectant. It doesn't really matter if you use it immediately before or if you use it on damp hair, as long as it gets on your hair. And you kind of have to read the directions, because certain products work better on damp hair, certain products work better on dry hair. So read the directions and kind of do some trial and error and decide what works best for you, because we don't want to have any damage from having those sleek, shiny blowouts and beautiful bouncy curls. We want to stay protected. So always remember, use a heat protectant. Don't use heat too high, and never pass over the same section more than 3 times. 1 or 2 should do it. And if not, you may need to turn up the heat just a little bit. Well, thanks for watching.